Hello, viewers. Hello, everyone. It's no longer news to many of you that since January 2025, USCIS has updated its policy manual for EB-2 NIW petitions. If you are a self-petitioner, this is something you really need to know. But here's what I want to tell you. Previously, I think more than a year ago, under the EB-2 NIW playlist on Prof. Dan YouTube channel, we actually talked about how you, the self-petitioner, can demonstrate that you hold an advanced degree in EB-2 NIW petitions, since that is usually part of what you will write in your self-petition support letter. So my advice is, if you haven't watched that video yet, I would strongly recommend you check it out first. In that video, I used a real sample. It's more or less like a workshop of how to draft that section of your petition effectively on advanced degree. This session is usually required as the first chapter of your petition, whichever way you want to take it, but you must present that part first before going in depth into other sessions or parts that must be included in your petition. That video, which I am referring to, is still 100% valid. So go check it out. And please, you can check the description of this video again to access the direct link. Having said that, here is what is new. USCIS has further emphasized how they evaluate whether a role like a job title, your proposed job, or your proposed endeavor, which you are claiming on your petition, requires an advanced degree. They now make it crystal clear that simply having a master's degree is not enough. Now, you, the self-petitioner, must prove that your field, your area of expertise, your proposed job or work, your proposed endeavor demands advanced degree. And so in today's video, I am going to break it all down for you. Again, this is all for educational or informational purpose, especially for self-petitioners who do not have the financial resources to, reach out to attorneys, lawyers, accredited representatives, or consultants and the likes. So that's why I'm making this video to further support you. However, please take notes. You should utilize it meaningfully and consult credible sources directly from USCIS to make your judgments. I will show you exactly in this video how to make your case using industrial standards, job listings, and perhaps expert letters or official references. So whether you are a researcher intending to work in that area, you are a tech professional, or maybe an entrepreneur, a business person, or in any specialized field, STEM, non-STEM, and the likes, this video, I think, is a must watch for you, and you're going to find it very meaningful. So stay tuned until the end. The first thing we're going to talk about, of course, I would say subscribe to Prof. Dan YouTube channel if you have not done so. If this is your first time, please subscribe to this channel, and you can reach out. You can check the description. You will see many details or ways in which you can reach out to us. Having said that, let's talk about what USCIS, that's the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, requires for advanced degree professionals. This is really important. There's something on the screen. You may want to pause the video and watch it quickly. It says, the petitioner must demonstrate that the position and the industry as a whole normally requires that the position be filled by a person holding an advanced degree. You can see quotation marks. So this is a direct quote from USCIS Policy Manual Guide. And what does this mean? In my own interpretation, I would say as follows. Well, according to this updated USCIS Policy Manual, for you, the self-petitioner, to qualify under the advanced degree category, you must demonstrate that, one, the position or your endeavor normally requires an advanced degree in the industry in that field. You must demonstrate that. You may also have to demonstrate that it is a recognized industry standard that similar roles require an advanced degree. You may also have to demonstrate that the work, your proposed work, involves perhaps complex, specialized knowledge that requires at least a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of related work experience. All these are all encompassing. And again, I will show you in the course of this video how to make this, so easy in your write-up. Please take notes. Just saying, well, I have a master's degree is no longer enough. It is not enough. You need evidence showing that the role you intend to apply to, or you are currently in, or your proposed endeavor itself requires an advanced degree. You may decide to pause the video, rewind it, and listen to it again just for you to understand so we can be on the same pace. And you also, for those of you who probably already have a approved petition, you know your colleagues, your friends and family across the globe who are making effort to file for EB-2 NIW. You also want to pass this information to them. That's the essence of this video. So to the next slide, what USCIS considers an advanced degree is crystal clear. USCIS defines an advanced degree as either one, a master's degree or higher than that in a related field. In a related field, it must be related to your area of proposed endeavor. Or two, a bachelor's degree plus 5 years of progressive work experience in that specialty that you are claiming expert in or your proposed endeavor. This is quite important. You can have a contrasting job title or proposed endeavor and is contrasting your educational credentials. Those kind of things will or may not fly. This second option simply means that even if you only have a bachelor's degree, you can still qualify if you can prove that your work experience is progressive and in a field where an advanced degree is normally required. For those of you who have been following Prof. Dan YouTube channel, you also know that having an advanced degree is an option. There is still another option if you still want to file under the EB-2 NIW, and that is exceptional category. That's going to be a subject for another time. Well, if you check Prof. Dan YouTube videos, you also see explanations about that exceptional category. That one has different set of criteria, fulfilling about 3 out of 6 that USCIS laid forward. The next thing I want us to talk about before we get into critical examples is how do you show that your role requires an advanced degree? This is where it's kind of tricky and is important. And now this is like a new dimension to how you should write your advanced degree section of your petition. This part I'm explaining to you now was not included in the previous video I've released on advanced degree. Now, the best way to prove that your job or your endeavor requires an advanced degree is to rely on, I put 3 things there. You may have more than that if you think it makes sense, but these are the three things I think you should put to consideration. Number one is industry standards. And what do I mean? Are you a self-petitioner? It's very easy. Go to your browser. You can put in your proposed job or your proposed work, you know, and link it to / US, United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS. You will be able to see your job title, your proposed job, and the likes listed in this US website, BLS, or similar reports that show typical education requirements for your job. Because when you have that kind of evidence that is coming from the US Government Bureau of Labor Statistics, then you are presenting indeed an objective evidence to back up your claim that your role requires an advanced degree. Take note of that. Another thing you may want to consider is job postings. You may consider collecting at least, say, 3 to 5 real-world job descriptions from maybe reputable companies that, requires people like you, your field, your working area, showing that indeed they require a master's degree or, say, bachelor's degree plus 5 years of work experience. You can use that as well as objective evidence. Remember, your petition, you must always back it up with objective evidence. I'm giving you 3 insights. Another consideration could be expert letters. You may want to obtain recommendation letters from industry experts, confirming in that letter that professionals in your field typically requires an advanced degree. So by the time you present all of this, guess what? You will have no issue with your advanced degree session. If you don't include this session, based on the latest USCIS EB-2 NIW Policy Manual Guide, I am afraid that if it is critically looked at, it will not pass through if you don't present your arguments in this direction. All right, I hope that makes sense for informational purpose or educational insight only. Now, I want to give you an example because seeing is believing, having an idea of how you think you can write that kind of session. So I'm going to present you a simple example here, and I will back it up with explanation. Some of the things I say or you see in this presentation, try to follow the explanation. I am convinced if you do so, you will have an understanding or an insight into how you should proceed with yours. So let's look at this. This is someone's petition, and under the advanced degree, after the person has described that, well, I have a bachelor's degree from this institution in this field, I have a master's degree from this institution in this field, and you've backed it up with your certificates, your transcripts, and even your education credentials evaluation. There are many companies you can use to evaluate your degrees, just to show that indeed your degrees, especially for those of you who obtain your degree from abroad, a non-US university, to show that your degrees are equivalent to that of the US standard. That's all. That's how it is in the past. But with the latest policy manual, you must still consider including another explanation to now show that your field requires this advanced degree. So look at this typical example on the screen. Again, you can pause the video and watch it. It says, the role of a senior data science analyst. So this person proposed work that was filled in Form I-140. There's a section of Form I-140 that requires you to fill your proposed work. It may be a work you are not doing presently, but you intend to do. Or it may be a work that you are presently doing for those of you who have a good job work experience that you want to put there. So for this person, the proposed work is senior data science analyst. And this person is now telling the USCIS officer that, well, you see, the role of a senior data science analyst involves developing predictive models, analyzing large data sets, and implementing advanced analytical techniques to inform strategic decision making. If you see this sentence, well, what this person is trying to pitch out first is to let the officer know what the role entails, so that way you can begin to judge if this kind of role requires an advanced degree or not, or if just an high schooler with just high school degrees can progress to hold this kind of position, right? Now, it went further, the second sentence, that these tasks necessitate a deep understanding of statistical methodologies, machine learning algorithms, and data management principles, which are typically acquired through advanced degree or education. So this sentence, this person is just pitching their case. But it doesn't stop there. If I were you in your own field, you want to describe it and you back it or include exhibits as an in-test citation, include exhibits, and those exhibits should be confirming what you're saying. So I would say that you see supporting evidence that this person includes. So what are they? The person included things like listen to this, excuse me. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, many data scientist roles require a master's or a PhD. And that's evidence is there. Exhibit maybe 1.1. You bring out that exhibit from that website where you found it. You put it there. It went further to say, well, multiple job postings from top tech firms show that advanced degrees are required for similar roles. Then the person printed out those top tech companies where they show the job title of what they are looking for, their job descriptions, their requirements, and everything. All those are objective evidence. And this person also went ahead to say, well, letters from industry experts affirm that a bachelor's degree alone is insufficient. The person also put the exhibit there. So in that kind of, thoughts, it is clear, it is evidence-backed explanation proves that the role qualifies under the EB-2 NIW standard. So with all what I have said, with what you have on the screen, you can think about how to, go about yours. I haven't said that. Again, this is for educational purpose. It's your choice, on your judgments on how you want to proceed with this kind of thing. I'm just trying to guide you or, give you some insights. So let's take a look at briefly best practices for writing your petition now under this advanced degree, which it may also be applicable to other sections of your petition. So here are some tips to make your petition strong and convincing. One is use data and reports. You want to make sure you reference industry research standards, e.g. from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS. You want to include market trends and even academic reports. Two says show consistency. You want to make sure that your past work, your proposed endeavor, and industry requirements all align. There should be a true line in your petition. Third, you want to include multiple sources, consider combining job listings, expert opinions, and government statistics. Again, you are a self-petitioner. You don't want to give room for the officer being in doubt or later you receiving requests for evidence, RFE. You want to make it clear. You want to put in your best. You want to back your rights up. You want to back them up with objective evidence. Four says avoid generic statements. Avoid generic statements. This is very important. As an example, look at it on the screen. Instead of saying, well, this job is complex because of this or that, you also want you want to make it better according to, then you put the source. 75% of professionals in this field hold a master's degree or higher. You want to give that kind of, thing into your petition. All right, I haven't said that. I hope it makes sense. And I think I still have something else for you all. How to handle unique or emerging roles. It's true, there might be some job title or roles that are emerging and you feel maybe you do not necessarily have objective evidence kind of to back them up. Then here is my own view about such if you find yourself in that kind of scenario. So please, you can try to show the complexity of your work. You can try to, in that, well, what I would say is you want to explain why it is beyond what someone without an advanced degree can do. You want to make it clear and explain that. Two, you also want to probably get letters from industry leaders. In that, it can confirm the need for an advanced education. And third, you also want to use related job roles. No matter how emerging or unique your proposed job is, they definitely will have related jobs. So you also want to look at those related jobs to establish a precedent. That's what's applicable in petition. If there is no clear listening for your exact role, look at similar fields with advanced degree requirements. I hope that makes sense. All right, having said that, well, to conclude for this video, please take note. Henceforth, simply having a master's degree is no longer enough for your advanced degree section of your petition. Proving that your endeavor requires an advanced degree is now very essential for EB-2 NIW approval. In fact, that's the very first thing. If you do not pass that one, I'm afraid the officer will not even proceed to the major other sections of your petition, which includes prong 1, 2, and 3, like the substantial merit and national importance of your proposed endeavor, to show that you are well positioned and to show that on balance, it's going to be of benefit to the United States, right? Now, simply having a master's degree, like I said, is not enough. You must prove that the industry and the role you are applying for require it. And try to use combination of evidence. All right, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you find it useful. On the screen are all details of social media platforms, website, and email where you can reach out to us, and we will be ready to assist you in one way or the other. I wish you all the best. Please share this video, like it, make comments, let it get to people that need it. And let these people who have expertise in various areas be aware, wherever they are across the globe, that indeed they can contribute to supporting the United States, nationally important areas, which in turn is going to benefit them. Because with an EB-2 NIW approval, you're on the pathway to getting a US green card, right? And of course, becoming a US citizen. All right, that's it for this video. Take care and bye-bye.